Hi there, and welcome to my channel. My name is T. Hyatt, and I'm going to be showing you the things that I am going to be planting this year, or at least for this growing season. I'll be planting both cool weather plants and warm weather plants. And now that's definitely different from how I did it last year when I just grew tomatoes and herbs. I had to start small because I knew myself. I knew I wasn't knowledgeable of any of that stuff just quite yet. So I had to first just take it easy. Now, granted, I tried to grow a few cool little plants. Yes. Was I successful? Not really. So last year was definitely a learning curve for me. Finding out when all the cool other plants are better to plant and all that. So that was while I was disappointed, I wasn't too mad because I found out exactly when, and I'm going, that's why I didn't get that great of a harvest. Plus, the factor was I found out that I had insects infesting my soil, so and going after the leaves of my radishes. So this year, prayerfully, please Lord Jesus, I can figure out a way to not let that happen this year. I was trying to actually figure out a way to not let it happen last year, but it just kept on happening. So, perfect by God's grace and mercy, this time around, I will actually have, by God's grace and mercy, I will actually, there'll be something of an idea that will help me figure out what it is I need to do in order to prevent insects from attacking the leaves of my radishes, so that way I actually have them to eat, because I didn't have very many. I had like one that actually turned out like a radish, and I'm just going. But again, like I said, it was because I think it was because of the factor that I had planted the wrong time, and honestly, I don't think I did everything correctly. So this year, perfectly, but like again, I am able to get, I'm able to get my cool with the plants growing at a good rate. Oh, not so much good rate, but growing at the right time, and we'll be able to be able to get a good harvest out of it. Because with cool with the plants, as I learned last time, you better not start in the middle of the heat wave, or better not start in the heat time, because you won't be able to get a great harvest out of them. So, without any further ado, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be planting this year. So, I am going to be growing, for cool weather plants, I am growing radishes, 2 different kinds, one champion, and a few to some of these champion radishes, a few to some of the early scarlet globe radishes, and then some of these green onions, the green scallion green onions. And I have some. I'm going to have some of those, but there we go. And then a few to some of these evergreen bunching green onions, because I know for a fact my family will eat these things at the bloody yin yang. Especially, I know for a fact my husband, he will, like, seriously, he does like green onions a lot. So I'm also just be planting, like, I feel like planting like 2 or 3 different beds of them, but we won't need a whole lot of them. Well, we won't. I won't be able to do I won't be able to do that much, regrettably, but still. And then for turnips, I am doing 7 tops, a few to some of these, and purple top white globes. I'm doing a few to some of these. The only reason why I'm doing some of each is because I want to be able to do, I won't be able to figure out which ones my family will like most and go from there. Sometime, and you know what, my family might like different varieties of the same vegetable and the same type of plant. Um, Maybe we won't. I don't know. It's this year's kind of like kind of like a hit and miss to see which ones just see which ones we like, and then but I'm also gonna be counting it as a growing no pun intended growing experience. My knowledge of growing a garden and all that type of stuff, because I I am still to a point new at gardening, only to a point still, but I'm enjoying the experience. So I really truly am. And then another thing for cool weather plants, I am growing collards. These are champion collards. I personally love salads, and I know for a fact that collards can be a great way, uh, uh, can be a great thing to have in a salad. So I'm hoping to grow some of those. And then beets, I am planning to grow beets. These are Detroit dark red beets. I'm pretty sure I have another kind of beet. And again, just seeing which one my family will like most, if maybe not both. And then I'm hoping, please Lord Jesus, um, sorry, yeah, who I am. Garden. I am hoping to and praying. I'm hoping to be able to grow some garden beans. These are called Burpee stringless green pods. So prayerfully, I'm hoping letting it go and letting it go and God. It's letting it go in God's hands, because I'm not entirely sure. We don't have the absolute best setup for a patio garden. I won't lie. Yes, you heard me correctly, patio garden, because the factor is that we live in an apartment on the second story. So, doing what we can, trying to improvise however we can, with whatever we can. So, thank God heaven above, I have parents who live about half an hour away. Their soil is really, really good. They live right next to a lake, and uh, but a few years back, my dad the had a company come out. I'm not entirely sure which, but they had a tree cutting company come out, and regrettably, he had to pay a lot more than what he would have wanted it to pay. But it's not because the fact of the way that the layout for the electric lines are done, and so and the positioning of the tree. Like the tree was located like pretty much smack dab, and so he had to pay extra to have him do limb by limb. And regrettably, that's not a joke. But yeah, their soil, the soil that is coming from the old rotting stump from that tree, is actually really good soil. It's actually pitch black. And when I saw that, I'm going, hot dang! And so, as you can tell, my excitement when I saw that, and so I have been using dirt from their property to grow. Last year I did that, and again this year I'm doing that, and I'm loving the factor of how rich the soil looks, and I'm going, yes. So sorry. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. Looking forward to doing all this stuff. But again, back to the plants I'm planning to grow. Uh, these are also beans. These are called Top Notch Golden Wax beans. I've heard I've heard of how good these can be for certain things. So maybe I can get these done too. And then Another cool other plant I'm hoping to do this year are carrots. Seriously, my daughter will go nutso if we. I mean, seriously, I have a feeling that my family and I have a feeling that our family will go through these things like there is no tomorrow. Maybe. By God's grace, please. But these carrots are called Nantes. I'm sorry, it's a little weird. Nantes corliss carrots. So yeah, if you know how to pronounce this one, if you know how to read, if you can read that, please let me know what that says. Because, or at least please let me know how to pronounce that because I am kind of clueless. Ah, and here's another radish that I'm planning on growing this year. Are Chinese rose radishes. Now, granted, they're called China rose radishes. Now, granted, I mean it's like going, come on, but yeah, I'm planning on growing China rose radishes as well. At least a few to some, just so that we have variety. Now, regrettably, I probably won't be able to grow these things, only because we don't have the setup just quite yet. We really don't have a setup for peas just quite yet. These are little marble peas. I was planning on doing them this year too, but because of the factor of how, because of the factor that we don't really have the best nor everything necessary to grow peas, because my husband is right. My husband is also right. We don't have the best setup for them. We're working with what we can use. We're improvising however the heck we can with whatever we can use. And now, granted, I am thankful to God in heaven above, and the factor that we're able to do that. It's allowing me to grow. It's allowing me to grow more. So, on that part, I'm not complaining. I'm. It's just I'm just feeling a little bit disappointed in the fact that that we probably won't be able. I probably won't be able to grow peas this year like I wanted to. I don't know. God heaven above knows exactly what all I'm gonna be able to use this year. So I'm just still in to roll the punches. I'll put it that way. But another one that I'm gonna be hopefully, please Lord God, planting is broccoli. I know my family will eat this stuff. They're called Calabrese green sprouting broccoli. So I'm hoping that again I know for a fact that these things can get huge. But again, I'm just trying to work with what we've got, and I'm hoping that I can do all this stuff. And then I also got some lettuce that I'm going to be trying to grow this year as well. They're called black seeded Simpson lettuce. Yeah, I am trying my best to actually get my family to eat more vegetables. Not that I can't get them to eat vegetables, because I can. It's just that in some cases they're extremely picky. So, if you have family members who are picky, join the club. Because earlier on, especially with our daughter, earlier on, she was a picky eater. There is no doubt about that. She was. My mom at one point started calling her finicky fight because of how picky she was with what food she would eat. So, but thank God above. Thankfully, though, God above helped me out with that, and she was starting to eat more varieties. So, yay! And then this year, I'm also hoping to plant some spinach, Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. So yeah, I am hoping to eat some of that. Just ever since about 2 years ago, I want to say, I truly started trying to eat healthier foods, trying to eat more of a healthier, balanced diet, trying to get the right things in my body and all that. It's these days is not easy. You have to literally take the bull by the horns and do it yourself in some cases. And yeah, because of the pandemic, and because even before the pandemic hit, I was wanting to do this anyway. But the pandemic made it even more so, to where I was just like, no, I want to be able to do this stuff on my own. I want to be able to have our own stuff here at home, so that way we don't have to depend upon the government for everything and everything. And then, but this is another type of lettuce that I'm going to be trying to grow this year. This is called Butter Crunch. Butter Crunch lettuce. Now I'm hoping to heaven on earth that these actually taste like kind of like butter. Maybe, I'm not sure if they will or not. But I do know for a fact that if they do, I might be able to get my husband and my daughter to eat more of this stuff. Just because of that. Because our daughter loves butter. She loves it. And then, this type of lettuce actually, it's a very much of a romaine type of lettuce. So a lot of people know about romaine lettuce, but this is called Paris Island Couscous. It's a romaine type of lettuce. Sorry, excuse me. So, and then maybe, just maybe, be able to grow. These are called Market More 76 cucumbers. So that is what I'm hoping. So along with the cherry tomatoes and the beefsteaks and the chili hot, I mean, seriously, all of these things is what I'm hoping to grow this year. Again, the peas I probably won't be able to do because the fact is we don't have the right setup. We really don't. We don't have. But with what we've got, definitely planning on doing what I can. A lot of people have said that even if you have a small space like I have, like a patio, you can still do certain things even on a very, very low budget. And well, quite frankly, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing things at a very, very low budget, trying to improvise where I need. I'm improvising where I need to, and just trying to doing what can be done with what we've got. And in a lot of cases, and the thing is that I'm noticing that with a lot of other people since the pandemic came out, a lot of us are just trying to do what we can in order to get the most out of things, or try to what's the word? Sorry. We're trying to come up with ways to keep on going without having to spend so much more money, because oh my gosh, the inflation definitely is hitting all of us, like crazy. And so therefore, because of that factor, I've noticed a lot more people are starting to even more people are starting to grow gardens. I mean, the pandemic definitely brought a lot of us out onto that type of thing, to where they're like, okay, let's just grow a garden. Let's just do this. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. They're all just trying to go, okay, let's be more self-sufficient and everything, which I thought was wonderful, because, we do need to be there for each other. I will not lie. We all do need to be there for each other, giving each other support, giving each other, showing that we care for one another and all that. Now, granted, so uh, in that regard, I was thankful in the factor that um, there were videos on gardening, but I also do know for a factor that but sorry, my mind with my head, my mind can be going to like 10,000 miles per minute, and my mouth only 5 miles per minute. So therefore, I have to just calm down, take a breather, get my mind to settle down, and actually and try to actually converse with anyone. I've so yeah. Yeah, as you can obviously tell, in some cases I still have the issue, but it's all because it's hard to know what to say sometimes with these things. I'm being real with you, and the fact that I'm understanding that everyone um, is still trying to figure out a way to keep pushing forward, to keep moving. Um, if you're on a very much low budget like we are, the best thing to do is to improvise however the heck you can. That would be to use take like when you go grocery shopping and you buy those cheese, like those big containers. Like I'm not entirely sure if you have these things at your grocery stores where you shop at, but they're about this big, and we use them to and we have cut like they're good size big. We've cut them in half. Well, my husband, thank you, my dear husband. My husband helped me out in getting them cut in half, and then helped me to figure out how to get puncture holes at the bottom of all of those plastic containers. Um, so, and all I did after that was just put the dirt inside of them. Now, granted, at some point I do plan on smoothing the edges out, just so that way, um, yeah, it might be just be better off for the plants that way too, because then the plants don't get hurt, possibly, or even me or our daughter. And so therefore, I'm hoping to be I'm going to be planning on doing that very soon here. And then like, and if you have like a family member or friends who can help out um with it too, with giving you pots to use, that's another awesome thing too. I know for a fact that not I know for a fact that for us, we used last year when they were handing out the stimulus checks, we did get some uh, cl- black cloth pots, which we have found out, which when we used them last year, if not, which we used them last year, and I think though we got them 2 years before that. Well, the year before last year, when they handed out the stimulus checks. But anyway, uh, we used them last year, and holy cow, did they work! They work like a charm. Now, granted, they are somewhat on the expensive side. They are, but they are most definitely worth the buy. They are worth buying. And then and so yeah, we used those last year. They were worth every penny that we spent on them. And then ended up getting some pots from friends of ours, and we used those things too last year, and well, at least a few of those last year, and they worked fine. They also did. Some of them are ceramic, I think. If I'm pretty sure that a few of them are ceramic. Two of them, well, a few of them are plastic. Plastic still works. It still works. Um, Granted, they're not the best, depending upon what kind of plastic pot you get. Um, because I have three, well, technically four of them, and two of them have broken. Not majorly, but in my opinion, some. So yeah. Anyhow, uh, if those ideas help you out, honest to God, great. Um, I am just, like I said in my very first video, I'm here to just share my experiences with you, hope and to prayerfully the stuff that I'm experiencing and the stuff that I learn can help you out. Uh, or if you have any ideas of what to use and um, if you have any ideas of what to use for um, um, like improvising type wise for when it comes to pots, that'd be, come on. Um, Now, granted, me and my husband, like I said, me and my husband have tried to come up with different ways to figure that out. Um, but again, just like everyone else, in some cases, you're only limited to what you have on you. Um, but yeah, if you have any suggestions, any ideas of what all else we can use, let me know. And then whatever, and then of course is whatever I learn as I go on about in life, with everything that I'm trying to do here at my own place, prayerfully, they'll be helpful. Now, I'm not saying this is always going to be helping everyone out because everyone has their own situations, everyone has their own things in life of what they're trying to do, and I get that, I respect that, I really do. But if it like, you know, somehow, some way, God's grace and mercy, I'm able to help you out, great, great, honest to God. Well, hey, I will. Sorry, as you can tell, I do a lot of pauses because I'm trying to think of uh, what all I need to say and everything. But like I said, I like being real. I like being my real, honest to God self. Um, so, on that note, I hope that this gives you some ideas of what you can do, and um, it and we can share ideas. I would love to be able to share ideas with every one of you. Well, have a great weekend, and wherever you're at, whether rainy or shiny, or hot, or wherever we're at, chilly, uh, just stay safe and yeah, have a great weekend. God bless. Love you all.